Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm gonna do a very quick video commenting on the nominees for the 76th Golden Globe Awards. Originally I was supposed to do the Earl Sweatshirt album review, but I have to listen to it for a few more times. Also for that Arcade Fire album, Reflector. Anyways, yeah, I'm kinda surprised by the nominees for the Golden Globes Awards this year. If you don't know what the Golden Globes is, they are an award for TV shows and movies, usually in the USA. So let's start from the television. The television categories. Best miniseries or television film, we have The Alienist, The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, Escape at Dannemora, Sharp Objects, and A Very English Scandal. Now, I am not familiar with a good three of the five, but I don't know. I think Sharp Objects and American Crime Story have a better chance of winning. Supporting actress, we have Alex Borstein from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Patricia Clarkson from Sharp Objects, Penelope Cruz from American Crime Story, Tandy Newton from Westworld, and Yvonne Strahovski. Similar to the nominations by the Emmys earlier this year, but except they're mixing all the comedy, the drama, and the miniseries together. I don't know. I guess I think Tandy's gonna win. So I mean, she's pretty good in Westworld. So she's not great or anything. I think she's pretty good. Supporting actor with Alan Arkin, Kieran Culkin, Edgar Ramirez, Ben Whishaw, and Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler, please. He's amazing. And Bill Hader's amazing in there as well. Actress with Amy Adams, Patricia Arquette. Okay, yeah, this is a mini-series only, so Patricia Arquette, Connie Britton, Laura Dern, and Regina King. I think Regina King's gonna win. For actor, we have Antonio Banderas, Daniel Bruhl, Zemo, Darren Criss, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Hugh Grant. That's a pretty good category. I think Darren Criss may win. I'm not that sure. Music or comedy, we have Kristen Bell for The Good Place, Candice Bergen from Murphy Brown, Alison Brie from Glow, Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. Again, similar to the Emmys, I think Rachel Brosnahan is gonna win. And for actor, of Sacha Baron Cohen, and Jim Carrey. Now that is what I call competition. Jim Carrey's amazing and kidding. Michael Douglas is in this as well. And Bill Hader. Sacha Baron Cohen versus Jim Carrey versus Bill Hader. Now that is competition. And Donald Glover, he's awesome as well in Atlanta. So this category, man. Oh, wow. For best performance in a drama series, actress, we have Catriona Balfe, or Balfe in Outlander, Elizabeth Moss in The Handmaid's Tale, Sandra Oh in Killing Eve, Julia Roberts in Homecoming, and Kerry Russell in The Americans. I think Elizabeth Moss or Kerry Russell may have the upper hand. And for the actor, we have Jason Bateman in Ozark, Stephen James in Homecoming, Richard Madden, from Bodyguard, Billy Porter from Pose, and Matthew Rice from The Americans. Rooting for Matthew on this one. Rooting for my guy, Matt. And for Best Television Series, Music or Comedy, we have Barry, The Good Place, Kidding, The Kaminsky Method, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Again, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is probably going to win, but if I had to pick one, it would be Barry. It just would be Barry. And for drama, we have The Americans, Bodyguard, Homecoming, Killing Eve, and Pose. Not the strongest set of TV shows, to be honest, because Mr. Robot is not releasing anything this year. Game of Thrones is not releasing anything this year. And I'm just kind of surprised that The Handmaid's Tale and Westworld is not on there. It's kind of weird. I guess there's nothing better than The Americans in this category. So yeah. And then now let's get into the real juicy stuffs with the movies. Best Animated Film, Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs is nominated. Wes Anderson. Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Me personally, I think Ralph Breaks the Internet should win. Best Foreign Language Film, Carpinaum, Girl, Never Look Away, Roma, Shoplifters. I am not familiar with any of those except for Roma, which is by Alfonso Cuarón, really underrated director, and I guess I'm rooting for Alfonso. Best Original Song, All the Stars from Black Panther, which is actually a really good song. Requiem for a Private War from a Private War, Girl in Movies from Dumplin', Revelation from Boy Erased, Shallow from A Star Is Born. I think Shallow's gonna win, but I mean, I think All the Stars is better. I know it's a little normie, but come on. Best Original Score, A Quiet Place, Marco Beltrami. Isle of Dogs, Alexandra Desplat. Black Panther, Ludwig Göransson. First Man, Justin Hurwitz. Again, from La La Land. And Mary Poppins Returns. I think Ludwig Göransson is going to win. Just a hunch. Screenplay, Alfonso Cuarón with Roma. Green Book. We have The Favorite, If Beale Street Could Talk, Barry Jenkins. And Adam McKay with Vice. I don't know. I think Alfonso has a good chance of winning. Barry Jenkins is a strong one. And Adam McKay, he's a good writer. So, I don't know. Me personally, I think Vice has the coolest story idea. Best Director. Bradley Cooper is nominated. Congratulations to Bradley Cooper. A Star Is Born, of course. Alfonso Cuarón, once again, Roma. Spike Lee for BlacKkKlansman. Peter Farrelly for Green Book. And Adam McKay for Vice. Spike Lee, all the way. Just, yeah. I don't know. Or Alfonso Cuarón, because it's all about diversity nowadays. For Supporting Actress, we have Amy Adams from Vice, Claire Foy in First Man, Regina King, once again, in If Beale Street Could Talk, Emma Stone, and Rachel Weisz. And both Emma and Rachel are also in The Favorite. I don't know. If Regina King wins in the television category, she's probably not going to win in the movies category. So, I think Amy Adams, maybe? Supporting actor, Mahershala Ali from Green Book, Timothée Chalamet in Beautiful Boy, Adam Driver in BlacKkKlansman, Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Sam Rockwell from Vice. Sam Rockwell. You have to nail it again. For actress, in a musical or comedy, we have Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. Olivia Colman in The Favorite. Elsie Fisher in 8th Grade. Congrats. Charlize Theron in Tully. And Constance Wu, for some reason. I don't know. Emily Blunt. I think I'm going with that. Actor Christian Bale as Dick Cheney in Vice. Lin-Manuel Miranda in Mary Poppins Returns as Jack. Viggo Mortensen in Green Book. Robert Redford in The Old Man and the Gun, and John C. Reilly in Stan and Ollie. I personally die hard rooting for Christian Bale. For actress in a drama series, we have Glenn Close in The Wife, Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born. Everyone's, falling in love with her after the performance. Nicole Kidman in Destroy, Melissa McCarthy. Okay, and Rosamund Pike. Come on, everybody knows that Lady Gaga's gonna win. So, Okay, actor Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. Pretty cool. Willem Dafoe in At Eternity's Gate as the one and only Vincent Van Gogh. Lucas Hedges in Boy Erased. Rami Malek, my boy, Rami, as Freddie Mercury. And John David Washington, the son of the very famous Denzel Washington, in Black Klansman. Popular choice. It's probably gonna go to Rami Malek. Me personally, it's kind of between Rami and Willem Dafoe. So, and okay, here are the juiciest part. Best motion picture for musical or comedy. Crazy Rich Asians. For some reason, it's... okay, sure. The Favorite, Green Book, Mary Poppins Returns, and Vice should be the winner. Drama, we have Black Klansman, Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, If Beale Street Could Talk, and A Star Is Born. Really strong category. First of all, Black Panther is in this category, and why? Look, it's a good movie, but it's overrated, okay? People are saying it's the greatest Marvel film ever. No, it's not. It's not as good as Infinity War. It's not as good as Civil War. It's not as good as the first Avengers, and it's not as good as it's not as good as Thor 3. It's not as good as both the Guardians of the Galaxy's movies. It's not even as good as Iron Man 3 or 1. So, I don't know what's going on. It's not as good as Winter Soldier. It's not as good as a lot of movies. So, I don't know what's it doing here. Maybe, popular demand and all. I think Bohemian Rhapsody is actually a pretty good movie. It's a really good, faithful biopic, but I don't think it should win the best motion picture of the friggin' year. A Star Is Born is really popular, but the premise isn't all that attractive to me, so I have to go with Black Klansman, because this is easily the most appealing movie to me right now. And that's all. It's going to be hosted by Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg. That means Sandra Oh may not be winning any Golden Globes. But, Andy Samberg, he's a really funny guy. And also, 11 minutes later, they're going to announce the Grammy nominations, so I'm going to make another video.